I'm starting here at an unusual spot that will unlikely, that will very likely have OBS scream at me. But I want to show you guys that we are at 169%, and I think that's very nice. Stream's going, and I got my comment in there. Yeah, we're back with more Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and we're kind of close to the end. We're definitely not finishing tonight. Next week for sure. At least, assuming the final boss and 9-9 don't take forever. But we should at least make it some decent chunk into World 8 today. And then next week we should be able to get the rest done. If not, we might be able to squeeze into the next stream after that, and then probably go into Dunsparce. Because you know how I am. I don't wanna have one stream of a game and then not play any, not play for like a week. You know. If I want to start Kirby, I want to get 2 full streams of it in a row. You know. I'm gonna be so excited. I'm gonna be so happy. But for now, we gotta get started with this. The sooner we finish this, the sooner we get to Kirby, and then I can be really happy about that. Here comes the part where OBS screams at me. Oh, the clouds, the bitrate. Oh no, the encoding is overloaded. OBS absolutely hates that loading screen in almost every single instance. There was one time where it didn't freak out. This was not that time. So, we ended off stream last time, about halfway through the factory. Stream would have normally ended like right after here, but I got to talking, so I did an extra level, and it was fun. we had a great time. You know, once the rage about the World 6 boss died out. I swear the hitboxes in this game are so jank. I don't remember if they were really that bad in Tropical Freeze. I have not played that in a while. I remember having fun with it, though. Never 100%ed it. Mainly because the final worlds in that game were something. the world 9 in Tropical Freeze was sure something. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the mirror mode for Returns. So, we're gonna have things go pretty smoothly for now. I don't think there were any factory levels that gave me anywhere near as hard of a time as something like the spiders in World 5. So this should be pretty alright. Once again, oh god, I forgot there was a rocket barrel here. We are screwed. To be fair though, I think this rocket barrel wasn't as bad as the bat, so maybe I shouldn't be having this feeling of dread going into this, but you know, I don't exactly get along with the rocket barrel too much. Kong litter right before the checkpoint. Imagine if I missed that. That would have been really sad. I'm ignoring that balloon. Can't ignore it. Okay. Unintentional pun due to timing of the obstacle in question. I remember why I didn't care for this one too much. Update. You guys, update. The main problem I have with the rocket barrel is the fact that it controls like Jetpack Joyride, where in order to go down you have to let go of the button and then it naturally brings you down. You have no way of speeding up it going down, so if you're not aligned well with it going down, you're just kind of screwed, which isn't great. I think that's like half the problem I had with the bat. It's just the fact that I can go up pretty fast and sometimes too fast, and I can't really control my descent too well. And then, of course, the jank hitboxes with the bat were not fun either. So, you know, Perfect example of not being able to control my descent very well. Ooh boy. This should be about done. We should be right at the end. Yeah, there we go. Yeah! That was a fairly smooth one. Wasn't a perfect run, but honestly, probably as close as I'm gonna get in one of these. And we get the extra life balloons again. Again. Seriously, how did TRG not get a single batch from this? I'm very confused. Either they must have buffed it for modern mode, or it's just a thing in this remake version. Or maybe in the 3DS version before this. Because it seems very weird that I'm able to get 1-up batches like that fairly consistently. I mean, it's still RNG, it's not like consistent, but I've gotten at least, on average, 1 a stream, I think. Maybe a little less than that. I didn't get it every stream, but I've seen it twice in one stream before, I believe. So it's not that uncommon. Alright, so I don't think I need to worry about finding the buttons again in mirror mode. I think I could just get the Kong letters and GTFO. Because I already have all the levels unlocked, the button doesn't matter anymore. In fact, normally there's a little sign for the button. Yeah, there it is. How do I read this? Dinif. I must dinif the button. How did that not hit me? Of all the times I should have gotten hit, that should have been one of them. Why wasn't that one of those cases? The Kong letter. I'm sorry, the knock letter, because they're backwards. I keep forgetting that distinction. There really is no distinction, it's just the fact that they count again, and they just happen to be backwards because of the way the HUD is laid out! I thought I could make that. I trust the momentum in the jumping way more than I probably should. It's like... Maybe if I was playing a Rayman game and I tried pulling off some shit like that, it would have worked. But not here. Not for monkey. Oh, not the... Oh. Oh! Oh! I was trying to see if I could, like, maybe manage to get it and bonk back, and I missed. But I caught the side of one of the sections and slid back into it. And then lived to tell the tale. That should not have worked! Is the game is showing mercy. I didn't think it was possible for this game to show mercy, but it did. I didn't think this game was capable. Game. It's incredible. Wow. The start and a half. Okay. Don't like the fire dude. Oh. Trying to remember where the Kong letters were. I think there's a puzzle piece up here. But it never hurts to check. Come on! Come on! Oh boy. Oh boy. Shh. There we go. Puzzle piece? Yep, I was right. I remembered correctly. I'm not too far out from the original playthrough of this! I tried to jump and it wouldn't let me after that. But even if I did, I'm not sure I would have been able to go anywhere, so it was all for nothing. You know what? I will happily take that hit if it meant just someone making it through that, okay? Whee! Once again, I'm in a very good mood because Wanya once again streamed today, and I don't think this particular stream was as eventful as the last one, but it was definitely something. Because we were ending the stream, and we were... I forgot that's what the point was. I thought that's a bonus game or something. I wanted to be thorough. Nothing wrong with being thorough. At least we'll see if getting the button in mirror mode actually changes anything. I don't think it realistically would. But, anyway, I think I've mentioned Super Normal World in the past. That's the game that Wanya and Splutsboy made together for the, Troll Contest. I think organized by Carl Sagan and Simple Flips. The whole group. I think I mentioned DGR playing it at one point. Maybe I didn't mention it on stream, but that's definitely something that happened, and it was very cool. But someone else, another streamer, for the Troll Contest, also playing the game as Wanya was finishing. So no joke, it ends with him being like, I don't normally raid people, I don't normally stuff. Is someone playing my game? It was one of the best reactions to that sort of thing. I love it. So we watched him play like the last half of Super Normal World of his stream ended. And after that, he showed off his like Pokemon stream bot thing. It's really cool and absolutely outclasses the fish bot that Wanya has by a mile. Plus, get it in gear. but it's really cool. And after that, he goes back to troll levels made in... I don't know how to describe without just saying it's a Zelda Dungeon Maker, basically. I think it's called, like, Questmaster. Apparently it was an early access started a couple years ago, and they haven't made a 1.0 release yet. But seeing it in action, even just for the sake of the troll stuff, it is very much the Zelda Maker I always wanted. And seeing it in action is just so cool. And I want it now. I'm tempted to either get it on Steam or potentially wait until it releases on Switch. Switch would make it easier to stream. I'll say that much. I'm not sure if my laptop would behave if I had the PC version. But the PC version... Ooh, here's the thing. If it can't on Switch 2, it'd have mouse controls probably, wouldn't it? Ooh. It's a debate. Whether I want to get it on Steam now for early access and play around with it now, or if I want to get it on Switch whenever it releases the 1.0. It's gonna be so cool. You know, when it eventually does release on Switch, I mean, it's gonna be in a direct, and even if we get another like somewhat lackluster one like we had recently, I would be utterly screaming about Questmaster, dude. I have seen the game for all of 20 minutes, and I want it. I want it now. You have sold me. It's incredible. It is incredible. So yeah, I'm in a good mood. I see a thing I wanna play. It's right up my alley. So like as much as I complain about some of the awkward stuff in the Oracle games and how pissed that kind of made me. I do enjoy a good 2D Zelda. Link to the Past is definitely my favorite, though it probably helps that I played it a lot for randomizers. But yeah, I really do like 2D Zelda. And, you know, seeing the sort of dungeon maker thing you can do in the Link's Awakening remake is cool. It's not as, like, feature-rich as I would really want it to be. And then someone went and made that. Someone made, like, a feature-rich Zelda dungeon maker. It's everything I ever wanted. It's so cool. And the devs, like, super chill. You find... I love the way the streamer in question, I forget the exact username, and I'm sorry. When he was mentioning the dev, he was like, yeah, he's the kind of dev where if you find a bug, he's like, congrats on finding the bug, and it's like, cool, you did it. Ooh, I remember this con letter. I was thinking I would jump further than that, DK. Okay, sure. More things I can't trust about this game. Oh! I didn't think I'd bounce off the guy either. It's fine though. I'm okay. It's okay. Good. Ooh. I was trying to avoid that by holding left, but the game said no again. Just when I thought the game and I were getting along, it's going weird shit again. Good plan. I should remember how to do this because I've played these levels before. Like this. There we go. Hey. I don't think I got like that in my first playthrough. I think I went through this a little bit here and then went back across. Which like also works, but it's a bit more convoluted. For sure. Was this just a bonus stage down here? I think it was. You hit that, you go back, and then yeah, what a bonus stage. I'm not messing with that. We don't need to worry about bonus stages. But yeah, I'm the type of guy who really loves level makers for games I like, but there's not many of them, you know? Yeah, you have official stuff like Mario Maker, that's really cool. You have Mega Man Maker on the fan side. And I guess I can also add Quest Master to that list as well, because that is very much a Zelda Maker. How in the hell? How did I do this before? There's no other switch. I don't think I would be a Kongler. I think it's just a puzzle piece. Checkpoint. I can't go back. If I'm wrong about the Kong letter! If I'm wrong about the Kong letter, I'll go back. Pretty sure it's not a Kong letter up there, though. Flip that, please. That's what's so tricky about that balloon. I got greedy. I'm not going for that again. But yeah, it's really cool, and I do like it. And I want to get that game. But I'm not sure whether or not I want to get it right now on Steam in Early Access, or if I want to wait till a Switch release. I don't know. Shit! Well, that answers my question for the Kong letter, though, because I think I have K and O so far. Yes, I do. So that was a puzzle piece up there. Remove exploding robot chicken. Alright, it's over. Alright, so... There we go. Boing! I don't remember it being that smooth before. Maybe I am just getting better at the game. Don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that standard. Ooh, I remember this part! Not too well, perhaps I forgot about the tire that I didn't even see it. Right, cannot jump that high. I was hoping I'd be able to flip the switch again. But I remember that part. Go up here. Then you dodge that, but you duck under this thing. There we go. And duck again on the way back. I want to get it to move over there so that I can jump on the tire. There we go. Perfect. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Helps to play smart or something. Alright. This is Sticker Brush Symphony, right? Why is it playing here? I don't quite understand the correlation here. This is gonna be a rough one. Jump! Make sure I go over this. Ooh, there we go. Where are you gonna go? I got scared. Kong letters, though. Don't worry about the button or anything. Okay. That works! That works! I'll take it. We're good. Whee! Again! Twice in one stream, dude. I just got done saying. What the heck? Okay. Okay, then. Dude, you want to be like that? Sure. Alright, one more main level, then it's off the temple, and then chicken. And we fight a chicken who's doing his best version of Dr. Eggman, which actually makes a lot of sense considering he's a chicken. I have ruined the joke. Oh, the drum one. I remember this. I think this one may have been my least favorite of the three. Whoa! It is rhythm-based, and I do enjoy some good rhythm, but definitely was messing with me. I remember one part in particular I couldn't really vibe fully with. You know what? Take the checkpoint first and ask questions later. Surely! Because it slams down to hit on the beat. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's what I'm afraid of happening, because it does not stay down for long. Again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Chicken. 1. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. There we go. Oh, it's a bonus game. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run! I thought I'd be able to land before it moved. Fine though. This is not calling letter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Kong. Uh-oh. Oh, I did get the K. Okay. Oh, I was scared. Like, wait a minute. Have I gotten a Kong lure yet? No. No, I don't. I did. It's fine. It's fine. I'm worrying for no reason. 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Chicken! Eh. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's the end. 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I think we're at the part I worry about the most. The steam doesn't hurt you, it just carries you up. The fire does hurt. So one kind of influences your momentum, one is just a damage wall. Basically. It's a Kong letters. I did panic a little bit, I will admit. Gotta stay calm. Feel the rhythm. They do also follow the rhythm. Every 4 beats they activate. The steam activates on 2, the fire activates on 4. Shit. What? The fire was gone. Was it still too hot? The fire was gone. 2, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! 2. Okay, now it's not based on that anymore. It's just like every beat or so. Right. 2, 3. Ow! Ooh. Ooh. Just relax. It's fine. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Barrel! It moves! I forgot the hammer moved. I forgot the hammer moved. 2, 3, bonk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we keep moving forward and do not get roasted alive. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, try that up. 3, 4. 1. The hammer hurts you when it's there? Why? No wonder I can't get this part. Alright, so I gotta remember the hammer moves. Oh, the fish is super high up! Lack of healing and the background hammer also hurting you worries me. Okay. So many times! Barrel! I don't care what bonus I get, let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Free the Donkey Kong! Alright. So that was the temple and the boss, because the Rocket Barrel level doesn't have a mirror mode! Thank God. The less of those I have to do, the better. Alright, so, it's time. Treacherous Track. Last stream I mentioned I don't really remember what this one was all about. I remember World 8's one because it was like a room, it was like a 5-room thing. It's like half of the levels I make in Mario Maker. Back on that topic. What was this one about? Oh, this one! Oh, I think I did really well in this one. It's about just going fast and hitting all the switches in time. I remember this one. And without it, and I don't have to worry about the puzzle pieces either, so I can just get to the freaking switches and hit them and be good. The puzzle pieces don't matter, so I don't bring rush towards those. Which is good. This should be a lot easier. That worked. Alright. Too early. Go. Whoa! I don't... I was so worried about, like, oh, I want to get this first try. No. I was so worried about trying to get this, like, first try. I forgot where to go from there. I was close, though. Well, this run feels already dead. This one I don't think will be that bad, because I don't remember it being a problem before anyway. To be fair, they do normally give you Diddy Kong for this, so you do have a glide. So. Now I don't get that luxury, but it's not like it matters that much. I feel like it does, really. How did I not land on that? Again, I feel like the hitboxes are really stupid in this game sometimes. I don't quite understand it. Me and the hitboxes don't seem to get along a lot of the time. I don't quite understand why. I should land on something, I just don't. And then there's me being way too cautious about it, and then it just costs me there instead. I don't know. There is no winning sometimes. Yeah, I don't think this will be that. I thought I was landing on that guy, so I thought I was gonna be bouncing off of him, and then it just didn't, and it ruined my flow. He threw off the Emperor's Groove. Yeah, I think this will be one of the easier temples overall. Maybe not the easiest one, but definitely one that... It ate my jump like 3 times because it bonked the wall even though I wasn't moving. Why did it run to the wall and bonk? I did not even move forward. I was holding right because I was trying to jump and also move right in the air, as you do in a platformer. But combined with the fact the platform was moving, apparently counted as me moving fast enough to bonk into the wall, which means I can't jump, which is very awkward. It makes me feel like inputs are dropping a lot of the time because I really shouldn't have lost there. The game said I did, so... fine. I like where that enemy's placed. At least unlike the other factory things, I don't have to worry about accidentally hitting the button again and disabling the rail! Hoo-hoo boy! I don't like that. I was not catching up in time anyway. Part of me is worried that I'll hit the thing again and deactivate the rail, but this is not like the red and blue switch gimmick in the main level. So this is pretty much a hit it, you win scenario. You don't have to worry about accidentally hitting it again. Which is nice. A little taste of mercy for once in this game, which is something that does not happen too often. Usually the game's not very kind. We've seen that, so... Gonna lock in, it's fine. Bounce off of him, but the game said no. Like I said, the game's pretty weird. Okay, I thought it's not under that anymore, but okay. Thanks, game. I had a freaking godly run, and then I never get back there again. Happens every time, I swear to God. You play well enough to get, like, most of the way through your first try, and then, as soon as you fail once, you don't get back there again for a half hour for no reason. I don't get it. Like, I've done this, I know I can do this, I already did it. Why is it suddenly going worse? Is it fucking mind games or something? I don't know. Like, am I getting in my own head? I'm not even a psychology expert, so I can't say for sure. It's not my field. My field is a small chunk of computer science. Not enough to really matter, mind you, but like... I can program a little bit in Java and HTML, but not by much. Most of that knowledge is gone. So... what was that enemy placement about, by the way? that was too early. So what was I supposed to do there? Was that just me rushing ahead too much? Should I have bounced on the enemy first? And then waited for that guy to come back? Because that was not synced well. Also another bad level for time trials, by the way, because you're working on the game's pace the entire time. So, another level where they did not think about the consequences of their actions. Also imagine turbo mode being an absolute nightmare. Why did I get stuck on the edge of the block? Hello? So now you're just doing stuff that doesn't make any sense, and it makes me want to rewind, but I don't have that luxury because it's not a game from freaking 30 years ago. I'm taking the L on that one because, like, what the fuck was that? I've bounced off of enemies with like been more hit on the side than that. I don't understand, game. I don't understand you. One problem with having all the puzzle pieces collected is the puzzle pieces are often your guide into how long how far in the stage you are. Obviously, as you get more puzzle pieces, you're obviously closer to the end of the level. So I can't really judge that anymore because the counter is stuck at 5 the entire time. So I don't know how close I'm getting. How much is I think 4? It's 4. I'm somewhat close. It's 5. This is the end. Wow, game. There is no room for error. That was 5 puzzle pieces I saw, so that was very much near the end. This is doable. There is 5, right? That's 5 pieces here, yeah. There's none inside these containers, so there's really waste your time for coins. Here's 1. If you don't get glued to a block, you really never can miss that one, because otherwise you're putting yourself in more danger. If you somehow miss that puzzle piece, you're obviously doing so on purpose and actively getting yourself in more danger. The puzzle piece should have been in the other spot. It should have been above, with the enemy. Because this is a lot less dangerous than going up there with the fire guy. By a long shot. Hey, maybe there's some dynamic I'm missing. I'm not a level designer. There's 2. There's 3. I thought I was gonna bounce off the guy, but the game said you're not allowed to do that. Like I said, me and this game have a bit of a... I don't know if rivalry is the best word for it, but like, you don't get along too well, it seems. 1. There's 2. There's 3. Well, shit! I don't know why they make the platforms breakable here. It's not like it changes anything. Standing for too long and it missed the platform anyway, so why make them break? game sometimes, and it's logic. 1. Two. Shit! I did it again. I went too far because I don't want to get hit by the friggin' flying tiki drum, but I also don't want to miss the switch and die. There's no winning. It shouldn't be that bad, though, is the thing. Two. Three. Done correctly. There's 4. There's 5. Final stretch. I thought I cleared the spikes! Game, why? Why does it feel like I'm getting hit by the sides of the spikes more than the actual spikes themselves? It's Mega Man series, the side of the spike is also freaking lethal, despite the fact you're not getting impaled by anything. Which doesn't feel correct, it's not logical. My inner Spock is screaming. The logic in my video games. So things don't make any sense, so there's inconsistencies and the logic is busted, right? Piece number 2. Piece number 3. Piece number 4. I wonder if I can duck under those guys. Well, I'm dead. Because, again, the game that let me bounce off the enemies when I really should have. I really should have. Not my fault. Not my fault. But I didn't have to repress the... Honestly, what's getting in my head most about the enemy bouncing is not just the fact that DK's physics are kind of whack at times, but it's also the fact that in order to bounce high off an enemy, you have to press the button again when you land. You can't just hold it like Mario. So it's also like way more timing, and it gets in your head even more. If I could just hold the button and know I can go up higher, guaranteed, I wouldn't be worrying so much. Piece number 3. Piece number 4. Fuck. It works. Good to know. Piece number 5. Number to die there for no reason. And we are clear! Baby! We're not even an hour in. That one was not so bad. And I think... Did I actually take damage on all in that run? Holy shit, I think I basically did the classic mirror mode. I didn't get hit. Pretty sure I didn't get hit all in that run. It felt tense. It was very tense, but I did it. Alright. Skipping 7-R and going straight to the boss, because you look at the level summary, there is nothing! And if I select it, there is nothing! Boss? No, game. Time to fight Dr. Eggbird. I don't know his actual name. It's basically Eggman if he was a chicken, and not in the metaphorical sense either. Alright. Whoa, I forgot you don't just leap into this one, you have to climb up to it. That's gonna make us physics. That's gonna make us more tease when I fail, because I have to do this every time. I can't just roll jump in like every other boss. I have to climb up to it. It's a little frustrating. I think I beat this guy on my second try? Maybe it was my first. In the original playthrough. But now, we don't have our friends, we don't have HP pickups. We now just have to beat this in one go, really. We just have DK, we just have 2 hearts. There he is. I was not joking about the Eggman thing. Singing the Sonic 2 Eggman theme as a chicken is something I never thought I'd ever be doing, but like, it's funny. It is a funny. Alright, how does this one work again? I remember going under him being a pain. The music here, I don't think I mentioned the music much here in my initial run. Okay. I don't think I mentioned the music here in my initial run. This sounds like a Crash Bandicoot boss theme. You hear it too, right? Now, obviously I don't want to get stomped by him, but also, like, what's the opening here? I could have sworn there was some form of opening. I didn't see anything. That's also something I worry about as well, because my god. What? The jank hitboxes return. I wish I was playing as Diddy Kong, but he's even have a smaller hitbox. It would actually make sense. I could probably shoot my freaking peanut gun. God, now you can do that in multiplayer. Can you play this in multiplayer? As in, like, the mirror mode stuff. Because everything about it makes me want to say no. It's very built for just DK alone, so, like, why would you go to your friend? I thought you were gonna... at least raise the freaking foot up. Okay, now he's got... Whoa, boy. Okay. I remember this being important. What hit me? I wasn't supposed to be in there so I can grab onto him and smack him, but that hit me? Am I supposed to duck? Is the shockwave bad? I had no feedback. I felt nothing. There we go. Yeah, this does sound like a Crash Bandicoot boss thing to me. I don't know why. It might be this part that's playing right now. So kind of like repeat the main melody, this little chunk, with like a little ding 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 ding. Germa remix. No, it's not a shockwave because if I jump, I lose. I brute forced one basically with Diddy Kong because I would go in, I would hit the thing, get parts back, and also I'd just be able to cheese the thing. I can't do that. I actually learned this fight. Where's this big to learn? Clearly. My god, when does he do that? I always worry about when he's gonna do that, and it's random, I feel. There's no tell for that. And I'm supposed to dodge that. How? I saw no tell. Bad bosses, I don't get tell. You don't hear a noise, you don't see an extra particle effect. Does he flare more wildly in the cockpit? I don't see him. It looks like he's just moving the levers around like normal. So why does he do a thing faster? What changed? What changes? What makes him do that? Should I just dunk him? Yeah, I have to be in there. I have to be in there to hit him. But he didn't spin on that one. What? He's supposed to spin before he slams down for the sake of being open. You know what? I'm gonna save us all a lot of time because if you're gonna be inconsistent with your boss pattern, I'm looking it up. We are not dealing with this today. We're not dealing with another Moltrain incident, okay? Okay? We got that clear? F-B. What's the pattern here? 'Cause I'm not understanding this. His name is Colonel Pluck. Okay. Okay. Some armor. Your children enemy. Which they tell you how or why. He spins in your state under and duck! Okay. Because it didn't spin on the last one, he still landed and opened up, so I don't know what the fuck you're on about. The main problem is I don't know what causes him to speed up. If I knew that, I'd be fine to dodge him. But they don't explain that here. I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand. And I gotta sneeze. Well, let's check the Mario Wiki. It might go into more detail than IGN does, which is just sad. The Stompy Bot 3000. Where are they getting these names from? Are these the names they give you if you look at their models in the freaking extras menu? Because, like, bruh. Battle. Starry slowly walks towards the player, requiring the walk occasionally will speed up, which is indicated by the glass over the cockpit turning from blue to red. Does it change before he goes crazy, or do I have to hope for the best? I notice he's red whenever he's stomping faster. Is there like a build up to that? And I just didn't notice in the heat of the moment? If that's the case, that might explain our problem. No, there's no build up to it. It just happens. It seems to be at the same time each time. It's a set spot. So it should be fine to do it from here. There we go. He's just... I know it turns red when he speeds up, but it doesn't, like, give you a warning before it happens. He's just red when he moves fast. Tear apart, let's move under and duck in order to avoid the spikes. Put a small batch of green chains. Thrice the robot's destroyed, and then you bring Eggman, basically. You do the thing. Huh. Okay. So it's a memorization thing? Like, it seems like he only does that speed up maneuver at certain points in the pattern. Maybe it's based on time, or maybe it's based on some other thing, but there's gotta be some sort of tell. He obviously speeds up at some point because he does... Like, the red makes sense when he speeds up, so you know he is attacking. Is it based off of the egg timer? Is it based off of the egg timer on the ship? The egg timer's for hitting him. What's the tell for when he speeds up? I'm waiting for him to speed up attack again, so I'm just gonna see what the hell it is. He's not doing it. There it is. Okay. We're gonna look at that frame by frame. What changed? What's the tell for when he's gonna do that? So we got to the side, and then he did it. Once, then he just started doing it. Did anything change about his ship when this happened? Besides everything going red. I think it just happens. Which is not good design. So I should be able to understand when he's going to start charging at me and act accordingly. If it's set spots, then it's just blatant memorization, which is not good game design either, because there was no way of knowing ahead of time and it fucks you over. So, this is not a well-designed boss. Now, if the glass like faded too red, like you know he's about to do that, and then you plan accordingly from there, that'd be nice. But it just pops like, boop. Now he's fast. And the game doesn't really give you any sort of other tells, so. I'm probably dead here, so... Oh. That would have been nice to get a free hit on him there. He also doesn't do the spin when he moves away from it's also a hit chance, I guess. But not a spin, but he still stays open. Anyway, like, no one mentioned that in the guides. You also have to know he's gonna do that ahead of time and instead of panicking. It does give you time to move, though, I guess. Which is something. Better than this stupid shit where it's like, memorize when he doesn't. But you can't really memorize it on your first go, so like, there's no ahead of time? He seems to only do it whenever his legs are closed. It's always in the same spots in the pattern, too. Like, he'll do it now. No? Nah. Duck. Damn. All the freaking wrong button presses, dude. Now he's not aligned anymore with this same pattern, so I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh. I could've just gone in there then. Wait. Oh, I could've gone in there then. Whoa! That is interesting. You did not act like this last time! Interesting maneuver there. Well, now I can at least see the second phase. Good to know that I can get a second hit on him when he was back to normal. Now it's an Eggman fight. I thought I was gonna bounce off of it, but no. The game said, no, you're not, because why would you have natural movement in your video game where you platform? Now I know I can disrupt the pattern a little bit. I follow to the sides and then I get a free hit on him, so I can't stay close to the middle, really. So this part's always gonna be exactly the same. Back this way, he dashes immediately. Yeah. Now. Out. And then he comes back, going immediately because he does it later in the pattern. There we go. And now we can wait. Don't think this boss is designed us. Fuck! Alright. I have to move away first from that. Okay, that doesn't seem designed well either. I do not like this boss. This is not designed well. Poorly designed boss. And honestly, probably could use a checkpoint after the first. The first phase is the worst design part. I haven't played into the second phase to know whether or not it's actually poor design or not. Part, but definitely is here. Immediately. This one does kind of suck, because you have to memorize it, and then even then there's still some garbage in it as well. We wait. What is this? There's still some RNG in it. Move. At least now it should be guaranteed he's fine. Yeah, he didn't even spin on that one. So he doesn't spin to do it. Wait! He doesn't spin to do it immediately. Just take the opportunity just to duck anyway, because you will get an opening. He will not stomp on you more than three. He will not stomp you more than twice. Also, you can see on the side here, I hit him a second time. Then dodge again. And then I think he can swap sides from here, or is he going to go into his pattern again? Yeah, pattern again. Oh, wow. Okay! That was smooth. Now is the second phase where I can actually analyze this and see how they probably do it. It'd be easier if I had Diddy Kong to roll into everything. Again, bouncing on the robots doesn't freaking work! Yeah, my problem. Okay! I do not like this fight. It is guaranteed I do not like this fight. Okay. Well, the first phase should be consistent now, but it's memorization. So you're never going to get on your first try because you have to memorize the fight. There's no way you're going to beat on your first try without looking ahead of time. I brute forced it with Diddy Kong before because I had the health and extra health drops. And also I had a way to freaking keep rolling around, and therefore barrel through all those chickens. I think you could barrel through them. So that's a thing to keep in mind as well. You don't get that either. Move. Again. Fuck. Why he does that? Ugh. Never gonna get that in here. To that side or. Okay. That move. And then he does one cycle of this on the side, and then. Actually, I think it'd be fun to do this. I don't think he actually goes all the way to the wall. He doesn't. Yeah, you could just hide on the side of the wall. Okay, that's good to know at least. I'm consistent with the first phase because you can just do this. It's memorization, like I said. Alright. I don't think it responds more than 6 total chickens at once. God damn it! I hate the way DK jump arc work. Bad. Don't like. Momentum also bad on Vine. Vine momentum bad too. Should have landed on ledge. Game say no. If speak basic, game understand. Why use many word when few word do good? Alright. Well, now I understand the fight a bit more. In a stupid sort of way. Anyway. Right. Spin, dodge. Spin, duck. He's hard on the side though, which concerns me. Not fully, but he is. It's a little concerning for his pattern. Yeah, okay. That's something to keep in mind. If he's not on the very edge, you're fine to get the extra. I held the grab button and it didn't grab and I took damage from that. Fuck you, game. You lying sack of shit. Now I should be able. You should go to the side. It's the pattern. Yeah, okay. So when you first lure him, don't go on the very edge, and then you get the second hit, and then you're good for the third one, probably. Memorize this shit, dude. You have no time to react! My god! Everyone get in the way! Would have been heart, by the way, again, the sound of the heart popping out! There we go! Second phase is easy once you do the chickens. The first phase ruins the fight. The second phase isn't bad because it's drop chickens until they're 6, then he slams near you and you can bake him. If you're already in there from bounding on a chicken, you're probably gonna hit him. The first phase is a mix of RNG bullshit and memorization, more so on the memorization front, and it causes the boss fight to be kind of unintelligible. You're never gonna beat this in your first try because you have to memorize the pattern, because there's no way of knowing ahead of time, unless you look up a walkthrough, when he's gonna speed up. And that's the worst part, because when he speeds up, there's no way to go under him and dodge him. At the very least, I can give you some little sense of ease, I suppose. It seems that when he charges, I don't think he goes all the way to the wall. And then when you get him to slam down once, don't have him near the wall immediately, because then you can't get the easy second hit. So, yeah. Anyway, we're about an hour 10 in. We have the volcano. We're not beating the final boss tonight. We have 7 levels here. We have 9 levels in World 9 and the final boss. And we're doing the final boss before we enter World 9, so there's that. I don't think... Here's the thing. I don't think we're reaching the final boss tonight. That's going to be a next week thing. So keep that in mind. We're probably going to be seeing most of World 8, but we're probably not going to finish it. Best case scenario, we beat the main levels and also do the temple, which I don't think will be very bad at all, because that's just the 5-room what's the word for it? A showdown. The 5-room trial or something. 5-monkey trial. So like it's just a set of little challenge rooms. I handle that stuff fine, and that was also one of the easier temples. So I think ultimately, if we could, okay, I'll put it this way: if we make it to the temple, before the end of stream, I will do it. I'll probably get it within a few tries. I think it's going to be a little easier than the World 7 one. And that one for a temple was not that bad. So, if we can make it through World 8 fast enough, then the Kong temple should be free. Come on! There's no way I'm making it through now. Especially because he was not even touching me and I still died. Why can't I play as Diddy Kong in this? Because I want the smaller hitbox, dude. It would have helped. Maybe it wouldn't feel so jank. Actually, dodge things actually look like I dodge. Unless Diddy and Donkey have the same size hitbox, and in that case, that's a problem. How do you go down through the platform? Well, I was fucking cornered! What was I supposed to do there? It begins. We're not reaching the temple tonight. We're not reaching the temple tonight. Getting rid of you because you were a problem. Why didn't you hit me there? Thanks, game, when you're consistent, rules, and logic. Okay. Checkpoint, which I will happily take. Okay. One of those fire snakes are coming. Yep, there it is. Ooh, that was close. Okay, that's fine. Slam. Oh! Fuck. Shit. Dude, I can hold it back now. Or not. Uh-oh. Okay, it seems that the snake goes down here. It shouldn't reach me. Thank you. That's fine. Uh-oh. I'm surprised that worked. Some games I feel if you started using the blow move that not what I was expecting to kill me there, but I knew it was just gonna happen. Some games I feel like if you use the blow move, you would move your hitbox up enough to get hit by things, so you weren't technically ducking anymore. Some games pull shit like that, and I'm not a fan. Bonk. Well, shit, dude. Wish I could reach that from doing that. Go down. Thank you. There you go. Alright, wait for you to move. Go. You. Panic a bit. Get hit by nothing, because I definitely cleared the fire, dude, so what the fuck are you talking about, game? I wonder why I feel like this game, there are a few test runs, that's why. That doesn't seem quite fair now, does it? I do not enjoy your utter jank and poor hitbox shenanigans. Partially caused by 2.5D being a sort of jank system. And I understand why people don't like this game. Whoa! Watch out, that would hit me. Nothing, and good. Good. It ate my fucking jump as a result of that. That's not good either. I'm starting to understand the dislike of this game quite a lot now. I thought it was a pretty good game generally, and then I started doing this and I realized, oh my god, it's a lot easier when it's actually giving me the crutches the entire time. It's actually good then. Only then. Because here it becomes kind of a nightmare. Tried to roll. Game said no, you're not, even though you're holding left, so you should be able to. Game said no. Game said no for no reason, because the game says fuck you. You're not allowed to have consistent roll sets, and rolling is going to be a massive pain in the ass the entire game. There's nothing you can do about it. There was no winning there. This game is it's a wonderfully designed game with perfect hitboxes that I can trust entirely. With no flaws whatsoever. I'll just do this and skip for a second, but I'm not allowed to because, you know, normally games will just pop up there. This game's not do that. Instead, you will look like you land on the platform, and instead you don't. God forbid that's not a safe spot! You have moments like that where you should have gotten hit and you don't. The hitboxes are stupid. I do not appreciate this game. Doesn't bother us. Just go back. The guy stays down, so who cares? Please do not start moving. Thank you. Checkpoint, please. I earned one. I said I earned a checkpoint, not death from your garbage design and not being able to heal. You can't use items. I prefer it if you were fair. And the game says no, I will not be fair. Why would I want to be fair in a game that's meant to be fun? Blow you out. I can. I forgot I could do that. That's where I remember doing that before, and for some reason I didn't click I could do it here still. Like, fuck you too. I started blowing, so I should have been able to be rid of you. So no, I win, you lose. Not a draw. Please drop. Hey, buddy. Fetch checkpoint. Long letter. Found checkpoint. Fuck you, game. You give me a close call and then you freaking break your collision detection. Thanks. Very fun, fair game. This fucking game, man. This game, man, it's just... There's something. I thought barrels were supposed to roll. Do they not roll? I thought that was safe. Was that not safe? That should be a safe spot. I don't care what the game says, that should be a safe spot. That's poor level design. Sorry, you lose. Bad game. Bad game. Bad game. Bad video game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's good. There's a good reason why that saying exists. Because game bad. Game very bad. Game bad. Game very bad. Bye. My god, you have like no room for error. You're supposed to speedrun this, by the way. I'm back here again. I'll skip. Slowly. What? Fuck you. Who designed this shit? I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. Fuck you! So much for having a chance of getting into the temple tonight. Jesus Christ. Already off to the start that tells me this is going to be the worst world in the game. World 9 is going to be a lot easier, I feel. Just terrible to think. Consequences of such a possible opinion. There really should have been more than one checkpoint, honestly. There really should have been. No winning there because fuck you, game. A decent game would have put me on the ledge there. You're snapping on the ledge that I don't want to be on, and you don't snap me on the ledge that I actually do. So, how about you go F off? Because you're a bad game, and I want to go back to playing Pikmin or something. DK's jump height should be a little higher. That would probably solve a lot of the problems here. You know what? We'll sit here another round. If I fail that jump again, I'm going to sit 2 rounds. I'm not going to sync up well. There. Fuck you. So one German clip where he's playing edutainment games and he's doing like the Jumpstart Kindergarten one, and it's like the alphabet thing. He thinks he knows what the letter is going to represent, and then he's wrong immediately in the game. C for carrot, C for call. Fuck you. That's my mood with this game. But I do the obvious thing, and the game says no. Actually, no. Immediately, for no reason. Yeah, that's my mood. Just the Germa saying fuck you, the game. Not even like a super angry fuck you. It's just a freaking tired of everything. Fuck you. It's just like, come on. You know better, game. You know better than this. You're design. Fuck you. That should have counted as me bonking off the enemy, not dying. Right off the bat, that should have not counted the way it did. You're not into the fact the game's a frickin' liar. I'm not a fan. Not even risking it. Not even, dude. $2.5D, baby. That should have been me bonking off the tiki drum, not me getting a hit again. This game sucks, dude. This game sucks. What the fuck was I supposed to do there? There's no opening. Bad video game. It's just not good. I'm sorry. This is just not fun. I just want to play Kirby already, and I've already dove in too deep with this mirror mode thing. Now I have to finish it. The game clearly doesn't want me to, but it's trying to destroy my sanity in the process. What? How is it supposed to know? The camera said no, you're not allowed to even look. This level is designed like ass. It needed at most. If you want to leave levels on alone, add another checkpoint for Christ's sake, because I'm tired of doing this shit again when it takes an hour to get back. Fuck you, I'm taking the L. Fuck off with that. That should not count as a hit. This is harder than the temple levels. Unironically, this is harder than the stupid temples. Because the game is programmed like ass for this level. Who made this? Don't even try. Just go back. Here, I summon Vix to show up again and give me sanity, because apparently that works. Because as soon as Vix shows up and I'm talking with him in chat, everything just goes well. I don't understand why. Why is it the catalyst for the game being fun and okay again? Nothing I can do about that because 2.5D is a plague on society. Sure, the rest of World 8 is not this bad. Surely. I don't remember it being this awful. What? The fucking bonk killed me? Fuck off, game. Fuck off. Where's that pig to hand me a friggin' invincibility potion? I'm not a super guy, just give me the ability to not get hit. Or a rewind button. It's better on Dolphin, dude. Try. At the very least, mark your safe areas, dude, because this is stupid. Camera, I can't fucking see. Camera. Don't think you can manually scroll the camera. Which would help. God forbid the game actually help you. Get me out of this garbage level! Ugh, that was miserable, dude. That was miserable! I hated that, dude. Never again! Never again! Again, so much for the stupid temple, dude. Oh my god. Rocket barrel! At the very least, I should go by quick so we don't die too much. It's also probably gonna be absolute trash. Who knows? It's to be over. Yeah. Oh boy. It didn't even touch me. The game's lying again. The game's lying again. It's the whole gimmick. The game lying is the gimmick. The game lying about the collision is the gimmick of the level. Everyone get in the way. Garbage level design, bro. If I can just get to a checkpoint and be done with that first part. Because this part is probably the worst. Why? Why is it Kaizo Donkey Kong? Why? Why? This is not my fault. You can't even ride the freaking barrel on top and just stay inside the dang thing. Maybe I can use the hitbox better. And then it'd still be ass because this game's hitboxes are broken. See, that didn't kill me. Even though this will. Oh right, I forgot about this garbage. We're gonna get chased by fireballs the whole fucking time. Great. I forgot about this. My mind blanked it out because it knew it was gonna be hell on earth. Don't you love it? Yeah! I wish I had power badges like Woolly World. I wish Woolly World had power badges like freaking magnetize everything to you. Fuck off! The haunting music of shame. Please tell me a checkpoint is nearby. I don't want to keep doing this for an hour. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay. Checkpoint, please. Checkpoint. Fuck off! I hate this. I hate this mechanic as a whole. I expect more precision the game can provide. The hitboxes are absolute trash. See, that didn't hurt me, but slightly grazing the top here. Oh, that should have got me the cave! Fuck off! I thought we were free. I thought it was over. I thought it wouldn't be so bad anymore. And then World 8 decided to say, hey, remember World 6's... World 5's boss? Remember the temple in World 6? How fun that was? Would you want to have that be the entire world? Thank God a checkpoint, please. Let us be smooth now. Fuck off. I slid G down there, and I immediately knew nothing but anger. I say low the entire time somehow. Even though staying low kills, I'm going to die for it, and I cannot go down well because it's freaking rocket barrel controls like ass. Everything wrong with this game shines whenever you play Mirror Mode. Everything wrong about it just shines. Hated that. Please be done. 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 No, 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 no. Please be over. I want to end the level. End the level. End the level. End the level. Yes, end the level. Get me out of here, please. Thank you. Get me out. I don't want to play that anymore. Miserable. Which because I think I was really faster than my first runs of the level. It's just, oh, a freaking minecart level too. You can't forget those. Luckily, it's just Kong letters. Like that one. Don't have to worry about getting any puzzle pieces. That being said, controls are confusing and bad. Checkpoints are scary and evil. But at least I don't have to worry about seeing that pig, even though I can definitely use the help. It should magnetize onto the minecart so I can actually land on it, or at least give me some sort of tell when to jump to make sure I land every time. And the game doesn't do that, even though I should have landed on that easily. I don't know what the game is all about. The game is about. Fuck off. Fuck off. That did not need to be there. That just is nothing about the obstacles that make us you die when you jump. Think fast, chuckle nuts, the level. It's world in general, honestly. The camera needs to be zoomed out a bit more, I feel like. Checkpoint, please. I followed followed the bananas and it killed me! That's a Kaizo trap! Game! I followed the bananas and it killed me! It also shows there's probably not gonna be any checkpoints and there's already the letter N. Why didn't that land? Hi, Vex. Maybe I'll be sane now. I wish you'd show up a little earlier so my snake doesn't die immediately. It's a joke. Glad you can make it. I thought everything would be okay, and then World 8 showed itself to be some of the worst designed crap. Actually, here's the thing. World 8 has only shown me problems, but at least the rocket barrel level went by fast. And hopefully this will go by fast too, but I can't trust it. Now the bananas don't. Fucking hell. You missed the chicken robot. There's a boss against a boss of what if Dr. Eggman was a chicken. And there is no telegraph for when it speeds up and gets to a point where you're not allowed to dodge under the thing. So you have to memorize when he gets all enraged and then dodge from there. But it feels arbitrary. So it's very iffy in terms of the game design front. And then, of course, this game's garbage hitboxes rear their ugly head again. The hit detection in this game is quite awful. So, yeah. This has been utter hell again. And no joke, the 8-1 is harder than World 7's temple level. Unironically. And that feels stupid. So you don't... Considering you earn the temple level for getting all the Kong letters in the main game, right? You earn each temple by getting all the Kong letters in a specific world. So it should be a super hard challenge, and sometimes they are. But World 7's was oddly easy by comparison to everything else we've done. Even though I'm having problems with it. So yeah, this has been just as awful as some of the earlier stuff. In fact, I knew for a fact I was gonna get mad at the chicken even more than I already did, so I stopped doing my freaking GameFAQs check. And they act like it's so obvious. See, when it turns red, he speeds up, but he doesn't slowly turn red or give you like a warning that he turns red. He'll just suddenly become red and charge at you with no transition into it. He just goes. He always goes at specific points so you can memorize when he does it, but a boss that's based around memorization and therefore being unable to first try it is not good game design. I was able to brute force it in the original run because I had Diddy Kong, I had HP I could heal up, and... Nah. Yes, World 8 being harder than World 7 generally makes sense, but the temple levels are meant to be a sort of extra reward, extra challenge level for getting all of the collectibles, right? So the temples are meant to be harder than the actual world you just played. They're, best way to describe it, if you've played Yoshi's Island, there are the main 8 levels, and then if you get everything, like all the flowers in Woolly World's case, if you get everything in every single level in the world, it unlocks level S, which is the challenge level, which is noticeably harder than the rest of the world you play. And it's a jump too. It's not like you're playing effectively a World 2 level. You're playing like a World 6 level in World 1, basically. Maybe, right? it's definitely a sharp difficulty increase because they kind of expect you to be like, okay, you've done well enough to 100% the world. You probably played this game enough, you're backtracking for this. We're gonna give you a super hard level, right? The fact this is gonna be harder than the levels in the rest of the world. That generally should not be harder than the next world in the game. Even if you're in the late point in the game, like World 7 and World 8. The challenge level of World 7 should not be easier than the main levels of World 8. Because the World 7 bonus level is fully optional. It's meant to be a little extra challenge because you went above and beyond. World 8, you have to play most of the levels in World 8 naturally. Because they're level progress. You could take alternate paths to pick which levels you want to play, but you have to play enough of them to reach the boss. And, which obviously means that no matter what, you're always playing 8-1. That should not be harder than the frickin' temple in World 7, by any stretch. Of course, in normal mode, you get your Kong friends, you get HP pickups. You don't get that here. But even then, it should be built around being able to do it without having to rely on that stuff. But, you know, this game is jank and evil, so you can't really trust it. I was holding the thing, by the way, and I've had times where I've still grabbed on even while getting hit, so I don't know why it didn't there suddenly. Hello, game. The collision detection has been a big problem in this game, and some of it does boil down to 2.5D being ass. It feels like. Because the perspective does mess with you, but also the physics don't feel like they're quite tuned well enough to make some of these platforming bits feel right. It's weird. I have my issues with certain vines, for instance. And that, I don't know why that didn't, like, grab on to the minecart. It should have. I grabbed that one fine. So, needless to say, this game has, like, it needs more polish, and it did not get the polish it really needed, and it makes me sad. It also makes me very frustrated because I feel like a lot of this stuff isn't my fault. Now, a lot of my failures don't feel like it's my fault, or at least I don't understand why I failed. And a poor understanding of why an error occurred, whether it be something that cost you a heart, or cost you an extra life, or whatever. The game needed some more fine-tuning, really. That's how it feels. Again, now that you're here, as much as I'm struggling, now it's going more smoothly. But to be fair, the last couple levels have been less pain anyway than 8-1 has. I don't know why. Why is 8-1 such a monster? Like, I was actively begging for checkpoints just to make it so I don't have to replay the level, and again, you're supposed to speedrun this, and you're spending most of this level sitting around waiting. You're supposed to speedrun this. How? Smoky Peak. This might be the last level we do tonight. We might still be on track to finish this next week, but it's gonna be close. It depends on how much the final boss makes me want to tear my hair out. So I know how that's gonna turn out. At the very least, I know what checkpoints you have for the rocket barrel, which... Didn't even notice that. Where's Ramby? It's gotta be nearby, right? I feel like they should have... Here's the thing. I feel like they really should have at least given you access to the Kongs. So you're not just DK alone for this. You know? That would have helped a little bit. You can still only have one heart each, so that way you're still running with two. But A, you can replenish that heart by getting a Kong bear. You can just pass through those blocks there and be perfectly fine. I thought that was a fucking wall. So yeah, this is... It's annoying, you know? The puzzle pieces, just go. Oh yeah, the insta-kill lava droplets. Yeah, I forgot about this part. Actually, there's a Kong under there, and I'm gonna need the bricks to get there. Leave Rampy here for a second. Checkpoint at least. I'll read chat in a second. Safety. In this case, it compares to some like Frontier. This is more of a case of being older games and stuff isn't up to the current expectations. I feel like a lot of that stuff, a lot of the unfair bullshit should have been ironed out still. So talk about a game that originally came out in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Some of the bullshit here feels like... I don't want to say like straight out of the 90s or 80s or anything, but it definitely feels unpolished still. Kind of in that sort of same vein. I've mentioned how it sometimes feels like Kaizo, even though I know it isn't. Like, kind of unfair bullshit it pulls. It does kind of feel very NES-like at points. Where it wants you to get the strategy guide, clearly. I don't know. I'm not trusting this. Just making sure. You'd think this wouldn't be as bad because I've played the level before, so I should know what I'm doing, but no. No, not really. Are there no Kong letters in that at all? Wasn't this the devs' first time making a platformer? Was this Retro Studios that did this? Was it their first time? Oh, this Kong letter. Oh god, this Kong letter. That was a little uncomfortable. Just run, don't jump. Ugh. Yeah, Retro did do Metroid Prime, yes. But like, I don't know if that's really an excuse. I mean, Metroid Prime, even though it's a first-person style of game, still have some platforming elements. You think some of that would be brought over? And at the very least, if it's their first time, they should be just a little bit more lenient in terms of the game development process. Give them time to iron this shit out. And even then, we are talking about a modern port of the game that could have addressed some of this. But no, let's instead add in a fucking turbo mode in post with a freaking update. Because that'll solve anything. Honestly, it feels like a lot of my problems stem from the fact that it feels like it's designed for brute force, especially with the bosses, because you get your Kong friends, you get hearts and everything, And even Dixie Kong was added in this version, so you only had Diddy Kong originally. But you still had plenty of tag barrels to get him, you know? So, like, when you introduce a mode that kind of removes that while not changing level design, it just shows a lot of the problems with your design with bosses and levels. Not to mention that stuff like the minecart and rocket barrel hitboxes being a problem is just something you'll encounter normally anyway, so it's not great there. I'm gonna go stock up on balloons. We did pass 2 hours. I'm wondering if we should maybe stop here. It's kind of nice, you know? Talking through this whole thing instead of just being all mad. I feel more relaxed now that I'm talking about this stuff with you. It's weird. I was getting so frustrated, and then we started discussing it, and everything is suddenly fine. So, here's what's left. We have 3 more main levels. We have the boss fight. We have the final temple. And then we have all of World 9. And I think with World 9, I think the only real awful level is going to be 9-9. And even then, I mostly did that under the constraints of mirror mode anyway. Just, I can't heal up. I have 1 less heart, but I could still... A lot of that stuff, like taking out the koala dudes, I think. Like, I could do that fine. So... I think World 9 actually might be pretty smooth. It's the rest of World 8 that troubles me. Especially the final boss. You know what? Hang on. We're going to assume that next stream will get us the rest of World 8. Maybe 1 level into World 9. Assuming World 9 goes smooth, which I think it generally will in most cases. So I don't think World 7... I don't think World 9 went that badly when just trying to go for the puzzle pieces. And there are no Kong letters. It's just get to the end and we're good. I don't have to worry about doing anything extra. Because the Kong letters unlock the temples give you orbs, and orbs give you the cloud levels. Most of these being originally exclusive to the 3DS version. I'm glad they're here. It's cool. There's 3 more sets of calling letters in the whole game. We have 1 more temple. We have the final boss. The final boss is so worrying because that one was... I was eventually kind of getting it with hitboxes in that were also kind of a pain. And now I'm dealing with 1 less max heart and the inability to heal. And I gotta hit him 9 times, I think. 3 for each hand, and then the head. So that's not gonna be fun. I'm not gonna like that. Do I dare do 1 more level, or do we call it here? I think, all things considered, I can do a world and a half in 2 streams. Honestly, I think the hardest parts left in the game are going to be the final boss. Not even the temple here, because the temple here I think is going to go fairly smooth. So I think the temple here, even with using the normal base mode stuff, I still got through that in like what, 3 tries? It was one of the easier temples in the game. I feel like a breather after all this. And then with Cloud, it's just there's no Kong letters. I just get to the end. And the only one I think would give me much trouble, I think, is 9-9. Because that one's meant to be the Grandmaster Galaxy level. And I did most of that under the constraints of just being DK. So I don't think it's going to be as horrible as some of the stuff in World 8. I think the last major hurdle is the last half of World 8. And not even all of that. It mostly just comes down to the final boss and whatever bullshit that World 8 throws at us now. The question is, do I want to give myself a little bit of a buffer just in case by doing another level here? Because I would not be surprised if this boss takes me an hour on its own. I would not be surprised at all. So I think even with the ability to get hearts from the boss itself, I think it still took me a solid 20 minutes? I think. I'm gonna give myself a buffer here. We're gonna do one more level tonight. That'll give us 3 more levels in World 8, one of which probably won't be that bad. The final boss. And then whatever time we have left, we start World 9 and finish it up next Friday. And it's off to Kirby! I honestly thought it wouldn't be as bad because we're not going for puzzle pieces. And then the game... Oh, I forgot about that part. The ones that are all cracked and glowing go onto the lava and they still hurt you a little bit after. Uh-oh! I remember this one. This one I think was a bit tedious. Oh yeah, this. It's kind of hard to judge where the rocks are gonna go. You do seem to follow a pattern, but they don't really give you the guide on the pattern much. But again, we're not going for puzzle pieces here. We're just going for the calling letters and get to the end. So this might still be easier than 8-1. Do not fall down, please. There's the O. Dang it. I didn't think I'd bonk. So yeah, we're gonna do this level. Give us a little buffer here because World 8's final boss mainly is gonna be the big problem. So honestly, with how well it's been going, I would not be surprised if it takes an hour to even get that far. So keep that in mind. And I hope you tune in earlier when we get there next week. Fixed! Because I will admit, now that I'm, talking to someone about it instead of just, being just mad. It feels a lot more calming just talking to you about it. I don't know. Like, I complain a lot about some of the aspects of this game, even when you're not watching, and I feel less mad now. I don't know. Hello, you. Where did you guys get here? Some little bats? Okay. Okay. There's nothing here. Whoop, hello again. I know for a fact there was a checkpoint right there. That's the kind of shit I was talking about. How did that hit me and I didn't take out the enemy? I feel like I was 2.5D messing with me. That has happened so much, especially in the last couple of streams. I don't know why. Is it a hitbox issue? Is it 2.5D causing perspective problems? I don't know. All I know is it's been kind of a problem the entire time. Way more noticeable now that I don't have any extra guide. No extra help. Yeah, it's just DK. And the standard DK abilities. Go, just go. The checkpoint was right there and it got squandered. Also, general game design tip, don't put enemies on your checkpoint platform. Because your checkpoint area is supposed to be the little safe haven. That kind of shit that just happened should not be happening. I'm not sure how people didn't complain about that during QA. Alright, we got the checkpoint. Also, I swear it likes to glue you on the platforms. I was jumping to get off of the platform and try to swerve off of it and to hold back because I knew the platform was small. And apparently I still landed back on the original platform and I could not turn around very well. And then that happens. Then that kind of shit happens. I don't feel the control is all there, you know? Something feels off in comparison to something like Mario. I don't really understand fully what it is that's causing the problem. Is it the hitbox, the physics? I don't know. But something is wrong. I think this is just for a puzzle piece. I don't think I'm calling her. Nope, there's a calling her. Fuck. Oh boy. I'm not looking forward to this calling letter in particular. Also, enemy respawns the thing because they want to be like Mega Man, I guess? I don't know. Alright. Call letter achieved. I remember having to carry a barrel through that to unlock that down there as a bonus game. Bonus game from puzzle pieces. I would have put a checkpoint here, but sure, game. Damn it. No, I don't think it's capture card delay because it seems pretty. I'm not using OBS as my screen. I'm still playing on the TV. So I don't think I'm dealing with that kind of delay. I'd be dealing with more delay if I was using the OBS like video to play. But I don't think that alone is the full issue because it's sometimes it's noticeable that hitboxes are the problem. I'm just getting hit when I feel like I shouldn't be. It's weird. If it was capture card delay even, I can adjust to that. But I don't think that's the problem either. Because capture card delay would be consistent even. Okay, with the delay issue, I'll just like rewire my brain to be like, okay, I'll just hit the button a little bit earlier to make sure I do it. But that's not the issue. It's an issue of sometimes the controls not being the most responsive, it feels like. Some of the physics or just bonking too easily. Just a lot of points where I feel like my inputs also just get eaten. So I don't know. And there's the way out! Alright. That was still better than 8-1. It does give us a nice buffer for the future. 2 levels for calling letters. The temple, which should be pretty smooth. Final boss. I'm gonna go get more balloons real quick so I make sure I stock up. Just gonna make sure I have as much as I can for later on. Alright. Alright. With that, that's gonna be it for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Next week should be it. Capture cards give a smaller than the main output, which will result in at least some of the issues described. Again, if it was a capture card delay issue, I can adjust to that fine. Because, like, it would be a consistent delay, so I can consistently press my buttons differently. In fact, I dare say there's no delay on the TV screen. You know what? Hang on a second. System settings. Controllers, accessories. Where is that, like, the test for this? Supposed to be camera, keyboard. Test input devices? Yeah, here we go. Not the best version of the test, I guess. Maybe with the sticks? Test the stick. What does this do? Yeah, I'm not noticing any delay. An educated guess, perhaps, but not a correct guess, I'd say. I'm not noticing any delay on my TV, and even then, I can adjust. If delay was the problem, it wouldn't be the problem, basically. I don't think delay would cause hitbox shenanigans. That's the thing. Yeah. I feel like that wouldn't be the problem. So, all that's left. 2 levels with calling letters. The temple, the final boss, and all of World 9. I'm gonna say I'm confident in the possibility that we can finish this next week. I think next week we finish this, and then it's off to Kirby. I do not see us completing everything here in one stream. Definitely next Friday will be the finale. But we will have done it. At the very least, by the end of next Thursday's stream, we will have all the calling letters again. Not like that's really hard. There's 2 levels with them left. But with that, let's see our progress, actually. Let's see our percentage here. Donkey Kong. 183%. I think it's going to be a little skewed because we did some of the time trial stuff back in World 1. Oh, I think a little bit of World 2 even. I don't think we're going to end at 200%, but it's probably going to be like 205%, which I think is fine enough. I think that's fine enough. I'm good with that. I think with the control responsiveness issues and the utterly super tight timing on some of the bullshit in this game, there's no way I'm going for all golds. You know? I'm not sure, outside of an icon here, what that would even give you. Like, if I go in here, let's go and do the extras real quick. Image gallery, this is just from, I think these were, oh. Only most determined ape may unlock this item. I think this is all the mirror mode stuff, then? Music. It should be, yeah. 1, 2, yeah. I think all the music's been unlocked. It does wait a bit so it's a control here, which is weird. This seemed to unlock fine. Dioramas, I think it's just bosses? I think you earn these with each boss? So these are all done. And these are cutscenes. We have all those. So image gallery, I think, is just locked behind mirror mode? All the critters. Tiki Gallery. We are missing a couple. I think these are also mirror mode then. I don't know. Because Turbo's not unlocking anything, because that was added as a bonus in this version via an update. And I can't imagine the time trials unlocking a whole bunch of stuff here. Most Determined makes me think beating everything in mirror mode. That's what I'm thinking. Because that feels like what would maybe unlock stuff for concept art. Right? Like Kong letters and also mirror mode. Golden Temple Gallery. We have them in 8. Determined 8. Again, I think this is mirror mode. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to check this myself, I guess. Look at the bonus stuff here. The bonus stuff look bad. Well, I think we unlock the RC extras here from just doing mirror mode. Realistically, because I don't think time trials are gonna unlock anything here. I could be wrong. But even then, I'm not gonna freaking waste my time on that. Especially if it means all golds, because that would be awful. If I do that, it's gonna be in my own time, where I can just sink a bunch of time into it, and I really don't want to. Especially because this game has notable control problems. Sometimes I feel like for example, the slamming move, I feel like sometimes it, like, stops, which it kind of feels like the button input is replicating motion controls because it's also motion controlled. You can use motion controls to the slam move. And that's how it was back on Wii as well. So it sometimes doesn't feel that responsive there either, even when I'm pressing the button repeatedly. It's very strange. They demand damn near perfection to get all golds, I feel like, and I'm not doing that. Then Turbo, do that again, but fast forwarded. No thanks. It's hard enough playing on mirror mode where I have to deal with freaking avoiding as much damage as possible, really. The biggest hurdle of this whole challenge is happening next week. I'm gonna say it now, because every time I say we're out of the freaking worst of it, something bad always seems to happen. But at least I know for a fact the World 8 boss, the final boss of the game, I think that's going to be a problem. I 100% believe that, because that's the boss overall in the main casual run that gave me the most trouble. I really do think that. You might see me getting very mad again. Well, we'll see. That's next week. Well, I'll see you guys then for, I guess, the last chunks of this game that we're gonna play on stream. Honestly, I'm kind of feel like I maybe should have stopped a long time ago. We're too deep in now. It's too late. We're doing it. I haven't spent 10 hours in the first level I played next. Oh, God. Imagine. Well, we'll find out how it's gonna go next week. Thursday is gonna be the big one. That's when we deal with our final boss, really. I think the final boss is gonna take a majority of next Thursday's stream. I think it will. I don't see the temple being much of a problem. And even with how much trouble some of the levels in World 8 have been so far, I don't think the last two are going to be anywhere near as bad as 8-1. Prove me wrong, game, I dare you. The real big problem is going to be the final boss. I would not be surprised if half of the stream was the boss alone. That's the thing. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a thing for the future. For now, I get to turn the game off. I could go, like, play Pikmin or do some Archipelago stuff because the Perseverance 2 async I'm in has been opened up drastically recently. Of course, I also gotta have some supper, too. Good thing it isn't the Thursday after next Thursday? What's so special about that? The Thursday after next is June 25th. Is there something... Oh, is it a thing where, you know how, like, if I drag it out long enough, or something? Because I mentioned that earlier, where if I finish a game on a Thursday, I don't start the next one on the Friday after. I just go Dunsparce, because it feels wrong. And I don't want to give that much space between starting a new game and everything. That's just how I am, though. Unless there's some extra thing about that particular day I'm not understanding. I must be out of the loop. I'm definitely missing something. I mean, this honestly, it could drag on that long. The final boss could be, because Deltarune Chapter 5 is the day prior, and you have no chance to be there. No, my moral support. Oh no, I forgot that was a possibility. I did not realize it was releasing then. Oh no. Well, in the best case scenario, you'd be missing the first chunk of Kirby. So, and even then, the bot's there, so you can still watch. But hey, it's Kirby, and the first world of Kirby. It's gonna be so easy, so relaxing, so adorable. It's a game I'm familiar with. I've played Forgotten Land. I'll be fine. Everything will be great. I can relax again. a huge weight will be off of my shoulders when I can finally put this game behind me. Anyway, that's gonna be a little while from now. We got our biggest hurdles next week. 11 days and some hours remain until the Deltarune. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. I've done the thing where I go on tangents forever again. Maybe because I like talking with chat way too much. Or maybe he just likes the sound of his own voice. No, I really don't actually. I mean, the echoing version of the voice in my head, that sounds different than how it sounds on video. That's fine. The way I sound when I listen back to it for, like, editing, or, like, going back to old clips or something. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you guys next week for the conclusion of Donkey Kong Country Returns HD Mirror Mode. I'll be glad when I can finally leave this behind. It's sad, really. I found myself generally enjoying the game, playing normally. And then... then Mirror Mode just... Man, it really just... Man. I don't know what fully caused it, but something about Mirror Mode. Maybe it's just the fact that it doesn't feel designed for it? The problem isn't even the mirror part. That's just a visual flair. Like, it's just the overly strict health and lack of buddies. Just, Like cringing my voiceover I've done for some new stuff. Fair. Fair. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people regularly do editing work for like their own stuff and just hear their own voice and they're perfectly fine with it. Because like, I just hear my voice and I don't like it. Like I can maybe handle it if I just talk in funny voices like this for all 2 hours. Like this would make a funny April Fool's stream that totally won't strain my voice. But like, my normal voice, no, it's just awful. I gotta end the stream, dude. I gotta go. Bye. It's over. The end. See you next week. Bye.